Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. It gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. Flip the rules as you see fit. Take what resonates from these general readings and leave the rest. And let's call in spirit. Let's get this party started, shall we, babies? I'm looking forward to it, baby. Spirit, guides, and angels of your whitest light, I want to start by saying thank you for all that you do for myself, for these readings, for the place you have in my life. Please help me to interpret these messages for the collective so that we have clarity, confirmation of what we already intuitively know, or closure for those that are seeking it. Thank you for your energy and your love in our lives, in my life and in the collective's life. Thank you so much for all things. Amen. Amen. I'm trying to come up with a more thankful way of doing it, so it's gonna, stick with me. I'm gonna mix it up. I like to mix it up. I'm an Aries, for God's sakes. It's boring to do the same thing over and over again, so I'm gonna try to be more grateful and thankful, because I think that that's the way to go. We should be thankful and grateful in our lives for even the smallest things, because without God, we'd have nothing. As I say on my channel, the point of my channel, if you were to have like, what is this about? Why are you doing this? It's because all roads lead to the divine. And that's basically whatever you want to name them, God, Allah, Jehovah, whatever you want to name them, all roads lead to him, to source. So that's how I feel. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's get to the little Reiki-esque. If you're not interested in the Reiki-esque, just fast forward to the actual reading. I'm going to cleanse with selenite stick. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much for making this channel what it is. It wouldn't be half as good without you in it. You give me a reason to do these readings each and every week. So thank you so much for that. I so appreciate each and every one of you. It's like 1,300. We are a small but mighty group, and I'll tell you, we're growing, and I welcome newbies. I welcome you to the channel to check it out. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to read for you. It is an energy exchange, so by you coming onto my channel, clicking on, it is an energy exchange. Whether you know it or not, you don't have to be physically in front of me for me to read your energy, just so you know. And for my haters, they're going to be running off, what? I didn't know that. Yeah, bitch. Gotta do it. Spirit's giving me the green light, and we're going to use the green light to do these readings. All right, so we got the black obsidian. This is for protection, and it makes noise, as you just heard if you had headphones on. Lower the volume if you have any sound sensitivity, okay? Here we go. Cleansing the space. We got to cleanse it a few ways. One of them is also a protection stone like this. And this is black tourmaline. Yeah, like Wesley Snipes says, and I agree, always bet on black. Black tourmaline is a wonderful protection. And I'm offering and asking Spirit to protect each and every one of you this day. All you have to do is, concede to consent to this, and it'll be yours. What is this, an agate? Caramel agate, or camelina agate, or however you say it. This is for energy, creativity, and courage. And we need that courage. Courage. I love the Wizard of Oz when it talks about that. I just need courage. We all could use courage. And being strong is being scared too, but doing it anyway. That's what true courage is. Because if you ain't scared, something's wrong, baby. You gotta disconnect, my loves. And that's not no tea, no shady. We all have something we gotta work on while we're on this planet, my friends, at this time. All right, so turkey feather to sweep out the aura. Are you glad that I'm doing that? Yeah, I had to do it. All right, so now we're gonna go to the actual tarot once we call in spirit proper in 3, 2, 1. I didn't do that right. Let me do it again. Yeah, that's it. Amen. My goodness. All right, so we're going to start out with, what is it, I don't even know the name of this bloody thing, Psychic Tarot Heart. We're going to get to the heart of the matter. Spirit, you know you got my heart. You know you got my heart, Spirit. So give me some cards, please, and thank you, to start the overall energy of this reading. Let's see what we got going on. So appreciate you, my loves. And, you know, I so appreciate the collective. These are collective readings, so I do point out astrological signs, numerology as well. I am not an expert in either of those avenues, but with tarot, there's tarot, numerology, and astrology, a trio, if you will. Okay, it works in tandem with each other, and I do point it out, but I'm not going to go into depth with it. I'm not an expert in astrology, nor am I in numerology, but I will point it out. So 7 is here. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. So it seems like there's a disconnect here. There can be challenges with 7. It's not just a lucky number and a connection. See that cord connection here is moving away from each other. It's like pulling away from each other. The heart wants what it wants. That's that song from Selena Gomez. Yeah. The heart wants what the heart wants. And maybe they were in a union with somebody that it wasn't their twin. And they're moving away from a karmic connection. Yes, towards their heart, their higher self, really. Choose your battles. Okay, so they're going to do it strategically. Believe and succeed. Okay, so 7's here twice, and then there's a 6. 776, that could be an address. I don't know. 677, yeah. So this person is trying to strategically move away from, look at it looks like a third party, because look at the 3 people here. And if it looks like 2, 3 masculine, same sex could be a factor here as well. You know, I say he or she, but it could be they or them, and it could be same sex. Put yourself where it needs to go. But this is believing and succeeding that you're going to search for love versus, but it's a crossroads in a sense, right? Who am I going to pick? Yes, this person had choices, options. Rest and reconsider. 9 is here. That's the ending of cycles, or yes, the ending of a cycle going on to the beginning of another cycle. Ooh, yes. Okay, 2 more, Spirit, please, and not on the floor, because I'm going to be very specific to my trickster ancestors who love to throw things on the floor, my spirit guides. Yes, it could be gnomes, who knows. Rebuild. 6 is here again, and also in numerology, taking 2 numbers, reducing it to 1, it's a 7, so 777. You could be seeing these synchronicities, any of these numbers. We got a 9, we got 16. 16 could be significant when you rebuilt your life or something significant happened to a person at 16. 777, if you're reducing that down, and 2 6s. Oh boy, okay. And with this rebuilding, you're going to get a well-deserved reward. 9 is here twice. Okay, so there is synchronicities in this reading. Here we go. Again, 666, healing begins. Okay, and you're going to trust this, the healing. This is the fool's journey, right? With 0, down to 0. Yes, because dreams come true. 9 is here again. All right, I could just get this whole deck out and just do this whole reading just with that instead of the tarot, but I'm not going to do that. So what's happening here is synchronicities. You're seeing synchronicities. There's a fool's journey that had to happen away from a karmic connection that you could have been committed to in a marriage or a long-term situation going on. In certain states, they have, what is it called, common law marriage. And that's like a marriage, right, with the same rights in a sense. In certain states, like Rhode Island has that. Choose your battles. So you don't want to end it in a negative way, because all that's going to do is rack up the karmic, you know, mileage program. You don't want that again, right? You want to believe and have faith that dreams come true and that you are going to get where you need to go. You're listening to your spirit guides, you're resting, reflecting, and reconsidering the life that you built with somebody else. Through time and through understanding is what I'm hearing from spirit. Okay, so let's get into the start of the graffiti. This is the first volume 1 of graffiti, T-E-A, like tea, drinking tea. Yep. Sipping the tea, baby. We're going to be learning all about what's going down in this situation. This comet connection, possibly a twin flame connection. Yes. Spirit, give me some information, please, on this move. Somebody had to move and rebuild from nothing. Leave everything behind. Yes, leave everything behind and start new, because 0 is here. Because they had a wish and a dream. And what is it that Cinderella said? A wish is a dream your heart makes when you're fast asleep. For the rest of everybody considering, right? In dreams, you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come shining through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. Amen. Yep. So there's 9s here, more than once. Synchronicities aplenty. But you had to believe and have faith. And what is faith? The assured expectations of things unseen. You didn't get to see the future, right? The future predictive success that you would have, but you had faith that if you went in that forward direction, you would get there. And that is a wise analogy. Very true. Victim mentality, can't cope, won't cope, drama queen, and a crybaby. So this could be a person that you're walking away from, trying to make you feel guilty. Maybe even digging dirt on you, getting a private investigator to catch you with your hands in the cookie jar, trying to say you left this person to cheat on them with somebody else. Trying to get evidence. Visual evidence. Yes, but you awoke. Whether it's politically, a truth seeker, you have woken up from the matrix. And what this matrix is representing is the political element, the world that we know it, the societal norms that have been spoon-fed to us. And you're getting woke to that. And this is why you're walking away from this commitment. It has nothing to do necessarily with this karmic connection that you're with. But you are aligning with your twin. And that could be what woke you. Running back to you. You're legal. They're not realizing, you're legal. Oh, for God's sakes. Talk about speaking about the political element. Hell no. Running back to you. You're loyal, they're not, realizing their mistake. And they're disloyalty, this karmic connection. You could have gone through an awful lot of challenges with this person, multiple babies, okay, a lot of children, too many to handle child support payments. And this is why you might have stayed in this connection longer than you should have, even though you're woken up for a while. Maybe you felt sorry for yourself. What am I going to do to get out of this? And making excuses to stick around and stay. But this person knew you didn't want to. Yes. You have multiple children. Could be with more than one. Baby daddy or baby mama. But you know, maybe you had this push and pull. You were running back to each other constantly. Even though they were disloyal to you. They were threatening you, or they were begging you, or whatever the case may be. You felt like, how am I going to pay for all these kids? That type of thing. Right here, apathetic. Could not care less, gives you the cold shoulder. So you have this connection with this person where you really felt like they didn't give a shit about you, and then they love bomb you, and then they would feel like they didn't care about you. It was this like constant strategizing. Yes, Napoleon outlook, planning, bigger picture mentality. So this person knew that you could provide for them and their kids, even if some of these kids weren't yours. It was very strategic, where they would play this game, this manipulation 101 with you, and you just had this feeling that there was more out there for you. And maybe you got woke to that. Okay? Somebody's irresponsible and careless. Maybe they come to you when you find out they spent too much money, or they've cheated on you with other people, whatever the case, or now all of a sudden they promised you that they were on, birth control, and then there's another kid coming. It's like irresponsible, but it's not. It's very strategic to keep you trapped. And you're figuring this out. Figuring it out. The game is no longer keeping you stuck. It's more or less like divorce. Yep, there you go. A dissolution of marriage. And this could have happened in the past. Past, present, or future energy is always at play. You could have said, I'm not playing games with you anymore. I'm not taking this no more. I'm not playing games. I understand that you want to stay married because it works for you, but it's not working for me. I want to find more. full of air. Says a lot or saying nothing at all, right? Making empty promises is what I'm hearing. Saying a lot to you, begging you, I'm going to change all this, and nothing ever changes. It's just the same shit, different day. And then here comes another kid 9 months later. It's craziness. Secret stash. Stockpiling away, keep your secrets, keep things hidden. This person has money that they didn't tell you about. And it was more than likely money you gave them. And they were stashing it away because they knew you weren't happy. And they figured they better have some money on a rainy day. When this all ends, they're not going to be left with nothing. Distorted messages, scrambling words, misleading, stuck energy, twisted messages. I mean, this is like a really toxic situation. I mean, seriously, it's all this love bombing and silent treatments and fighting, and then, breaking up to make up. It's very, very a toxic swill of nonsense that goes on between the two of you. And I think you recognize it for what it is. It's maybe you don't know that, you're done, but you don't know this person's playing you like a fiddle. I feel like you're getting the point of it, but this person's playing a big, long game. And they're going to come out the winner in the end. That's what they think. I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like they're setting themselves up for a disappointment. They will get money off of you, though, for the kids. They will. If any of them are yours, they will get some money off of you. They know you're a generous person. They know you're invested in this family, these children, that you're not just going to leave them destitute. Yep, 5 of Cups, but you're going to end up with empty cups in the end. Maybe you feel that now. This was an illusion, and it created towers in your life, especially financial. But the Chariot pulled up and said, let's go, we're out of here. And I feel like you learned your karmic lesson. There's a wish fulfillment, a wish, a dream that you have, and you're going to go for it. This person wants to keep you blocked. There's no doubt about that. They definitely want to keep you thinking they're in love, but they're not. 5 of Pentacles. They feel left out in the cold, and they will be damned if they're going to allow that to happen. They're not going to allow you to walk away without being unscathed. The world is success. The world is forward movement, but the world is also sacrificing and giving something up to get it. You could be the King of Wands, a leader, right? But you could have burned this bitch down in order for you to get, or maybe this King of Wands is the ex. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. Energy doesn't have a gender. They could be burning this bitch down, saying, if you're going to go down, if you're going to take your money away from me, you're going to take the title away from me, I'm going to burn this bitch to the ground, and you're going to pay. They want money. 6 of Pentacles, they know you're generous. They know you're generous. You've been generous to this person. You could be in your feminine energy regardless of gender. You could have been giving and loving, and this person was taking. Yep. Put a whole bunch of competition in front of you too, trying to make you jealous, telling you about other people, liking you, interested in you. Yeah, fighting, all sorts of conflict that went on. And using the children as a pawn. Constantly being pregnant and not knowing who's the father, really. I feel like you did wonder, because 7 of Swords is here. This person is a liar and a deceiver. And I feel like you know that. You intuitively knew that because you have gifts yourself. Queen of Pentacles has gifts. Not only in money making, but also intuitive gifts. I feel like you used your intuitive gifts when it came to this person, but not at first. Your generosity was taken for weakness, and the hand was always out, especially during payday. But there was no contribution on their part. And you were like, yeah, well, show me the money. It wasn't going to happen, baby. Underdog. You were underestimated and overlooked half the time in this connection. Yeah, they just used you for what they could get off of you and put you in competition with other people. Big yikes. Major embarrassment, feeling ashamed. And maybe you feel ashamed now because you went all in with this person. Okay? And now you're going to take several seats. It's like you lost out. But this person is having to take several seats. And they're embarrassed. Yeah, they're embarrassed. Because they didn't want to be on the losing end of this. They didn't ever think they were going to be X. In the shadow, stalking and observing, watching and contemplating. But you have somebody here. I feel like this person who is ending a connection with the drama queen, maybe you were the underdog, underestimated. This person, their karmic, wanted you to take an L. They didn't want that person to come towards you. But in the shadows, this person's watching you. Yep. If you don't know, now you know. I'm telling you right now, blindsided. Didn't see it coming, out of nowhere, unaware. This comic had no idea that all their freaky deek stuff they were doing in the dark with this person was not going to keep them under lock and key. Spiritual charlatan, bogus healer, con artist, fraudster, inauthentic. This person could be doing spell work. This person could be doing work in the esoteric, but they are a charlatan. Or they could be saying you are. Yeah, because they're trying to obstruct, they're trying to cock block this connection. And spreading lies about you is how they do it. This person doesn't have any rule book. They're lawless. They'll do whatever it takes to win. Yes, they need to do inner healing is what they really do. But they're in it to win it. They're in it for the long game. They are not going to allow this person to walk away unscathed without paying the piper, is what I'm hearing. They don't want this person to leave them, and they're willing to screw them over and do whatever it takes to keep this person. But I feel like regardless of what they do, you know, whether it's in the courts or the child support or whatever the case may be, even slandering this person, saying they were a lousy husband or wife, they were cheating on me, you know, trying to flip the script and make this person look bad. In the end, the truth will be revealed about what this person is about. They're the liar, okay? They're spreading slander. They were all about the Benjamins. They were all about having this lifestyle. It didn't matter who they had to screw over in order to keep it. 10 of Pentacles. They like the elevated lifestyle, and they sure in hell don't want it going to somebody else. Yes. But in the end, this person wants to message you. Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. They're going to come towards you with a message. They want to contact you. But be aware that the karmic is aware of you. And they might want to come in and sabotage it. Okay? This person's waiting, in the waiting mode, for their ships to come in or some good news so they can move forward. Yes. Look at this. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles again. This is the green light for this to happen, where you are going to have success. Yeah. This person wants to come towards you, Knight of Cups, and give you their cup of love. This has been in the waiting and the planning stages for a long time. But I feel like it's a real decision at a crossroads. This person was for a long time. But they want to team up and they want to partner with you. Okay? It is putting them in their anxiety because they're afraid of how you're going to reject them or how you're going to feel about what they have to say to you. But they want a new beginning. They want a new beginning in love. Okay? They have a lot of emotions for you. They want to work with you. They are very charged with you. They may not have an awful lot. 7 of Pentacles. But they have a lot of nostalgia. Okay? Yeah, you might not even know they're coming towards you, but they are. Nostalgia's here. Again, they really do feel a certain way about you. Respect is what I'm hearing. They respect you. They definitely admire you, and they want you. They could be working really hard to get their money together. 8 of Pentacles. And be the leader that they know they can be. Double confirmation of King of Wands. But it doesn't mean they have to be sun sign King of Wands, because they could have it in their chart to offer you their cup of love. Okay? This is what they want. This is what they're planning. And this is what they're waiting for the green light in order for them to go forward. All right. So, good news on the front. If this is what you want, you have to be positive about it in order for it to happen. If you're negative, then obviously it won't. But this is what they're planning. This is the energy today. Energy can change, my loves. All right, so Sagittarius is here, Pisces is here, and Pisces here again. Let me roll it one more time, just in case. We have Capricorn, and we have Leo. That is all I have for you today, my loves. On Empress Aries 888, please like and subscribe and join my tribe, because I'd love to have you as part of my soul family. Soul family. I so enjoy doing these readings, and I'm so grateful that you allow me to do this. Thank you so much. Until next time. Be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.